What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? It's Paperchasin Mouth and that mighty success Cartel, y'all. And I came here to talk to y'all this evening about the importance of mental health and sharing my mental health experience with you all. Um, I'm kind of excited about to kind of do this because it is a very important topic. Um, Shout out to Miss Candy, Miss Beautiful Candy, for stepping into this mental health crisis that we fighting all over the country and in the world, and teaming up with Integrated Life Therapeutic Solutions to give people an option to recovery of their mental health. I want to start this off by first saying thank you to Integrated Life Therapeutic Solutions. See, I got my shirt on. I got some other nice little gifts that came in my gift bag that I like to share with y'all too. I know a lot of people online probably think I'm this mean, cold-hearted guy. I like it. I like it. I like it because I'm totally not. I'm totally not. I am a person that stands firm about my beliefs and my principles and my morals. Mental health with me, from my experience, it's a complicated journey. I would say my journey started mental health wise when I was younger. I had a therapist when I was younger. For a more serious reason. Um, but some of it also was due to my anger. I had real bad anger issues when I was younger. But moving on to my further adult life, because that's what's important right now. I mean, being a boy going through therapy is one thing, but being an adult having to endure therapy is another thing. So it's really a major difference based on the science of the brain, right? When you a boy, your brain not fully developed. You still looking at the world from a child's perspective in some ways, and you're transferring to become an adult. Um, I would say my mental health crisis started as an adult in New York City when I used to live in New York. I lived in New York from 2011 to 2019. Throughout the time of my residence there, I don't know if people know about this hospital, but it's like the number one mental health hospital in America. It's called Bellevue Hospital. It's located in Manhattan, New York, downtown. So, um, I want to be honest and transparent as I possibly can with people because honesty and mental health aligns with each other. What do I mean by that? First of all, in order to um, gain a process to recovery or even start a process to recovery, you have to take accountability within yourself to say, hey, something's wrong with the way I'm thinking. Something's wrong with my behavior. Something's wrong with my emotions. I had problems. I need help. So that's the first step to any recovery, right? To acknowledge the problems. You can't be scared to acknowledge the problems, people. Let me tell you something. Throughout my mental health experience, people said a lot of things about me. People said, I was slow. People said a lot of things. I'm not talking about people I don't know. These are people that I know, that I love. These are people that, like, friends, family. Um, So it gets real touchy and sensitive when you're dealing with people that you love and they telling you things like, oh, well, you doing this, you doing that. And, I think you're not right up there, or I think you slow. Hearing it from them bring a different effect. But it's not about what you do, it's about how you do it, right? So, you know, basically my mental health experiences, the first time I went to a mental hospital, and let me tell y'all something, man. A mental health recovery process is not easy and it's very isolating. What I mean by isolating is that these facilities that they have mental health patients in there. Um, most of the day you're by yourself. You probably have a roommate, maybe. But if not, you in there alone. You pretty isolated. So I don't know. I don't know whether to say you're dealing with your problem being isolated. I don't think that's the best solution. But like I'm speaking from my experience. So I spent the weekend like Lincoln Hospital, I think, and they had a mental health division section. I stayed there for about a week. Now, mind you, they do treat you as far as like food and everything. You're gonna get your meals. You're gonna eat with other people and stuff. But for the most part, you're isolated from a lot of people. So it give you a lot of time to think and process things. Going through mental health recovery is a dark and isolating process. That's the best way to describe it, because it's not like when you have these problems, you will actually go to somebody who don't have these problems and explain that, hey, I have these problems. Because in your mind, you're not expecting them to relate or understand where you're coming from. I like to say overstand, because you don't want to be understanding. You want to overstand things. So people that know me, that see why I say overstand, that's why, because you want to stand over the comprehension. You don't want to be understanding anything. Under means under, below. Over means over. You want to overstand things. But back on topic. So I had a couple therapists while I was in there. And basically what these therapists' job is to do is to get you back functioning into society normally. Getting back to your normal daily routines, getting back to a little bit of the things that you like to do, a little bit of things that you usually do. It's going to be a lot of challenges on this road, such as like people going to doubt, people going to make mockery out of your situation, your mental health situation. But like I said, the first thing you got to do in regard to mental health people is first acknowledge the problem. You have to acknowledge and take accountability and know that there's a problem that needs to be addressed or fixed. I would say about a weekend to this therapy, they had me on this medication. I can't even remember the name because it's so doggone long. I can't pronounce it, but so I took this medication. Little do people don't know is that I almost died in the mental health hospital. Taking the wrong medication. I had a seizure. I was up in ICU, I think, for like a week. It was a scary experience. So the first time I went to the mental health hospital, it was for depression. Um, I kind of like shut out. Like I shut everybody out at this point in time. I wasn't really doing too much talking because I felt like I didn't have people I trusted. I still feel like that today, but I'm a little more loose as far as like socializing. You know. So yeah, that was the first incident that I had with mental health. The second incident I had with mental health, they diagnosed me with schizophrenia. Now I wanna say this specifically to the mental health people that have mental health or going through mental health crises. Just because the doctor says it doesn't necessarily make it true. All right, so if somebody diagnose you with something, you got to remember, like, it's like a car. You bring a car to Jiffy Lube, they diagnose it, they're just telling you what the problem might be. They're not saying that's the actual problem. They're saying what the problem might be. So it could be 1,000 problems. You know what I mean? They just go to the problem that's going to trigger the most. So that, or they can see, I guess they look and see what the problem is, and they determine it off of that. But so don't lose your confidence based on what doctors tell you or what your people tell you or what your friends tell you, because trust me, throughout this journey, this mental health recovery journey, you're gonna find out who's really there for you and who's not. So let me get that out the way. Because it comes with a lot of criticism. It comes with a lot of people thinking you delusional. It comes with a lot of people downgrading your situation, making it seem less important. It comes with a lot of judgment from people that you wouldn't necessarily think to be judging from or being judged by. It comes with a lot of stereotypes. And these are the things that you got to avoid if you're looking at the goal of recovery, because that is the goal in mental health. And people, everything starts in the mind. Everything. What you do, who you have sex with, what you eat, if you want to take a shower, if you want to run jog, it all starts in your mind. Your mind is what tells you what actions to perform. So you got to remember it starts in the root. And these pills that y'all out there doing and all that don't help mental health, bro. That fries your brain. It deteriorates whatever mental health that you got left. So that's not a solution to your pain. And the reason why this is so important for me to address is because, first of all, y'all don't even see me on video like that talking a lot. I'm a very to myself serious guy. I laugh. I'm very goofy and comical, but like I know how to separate it. I know when it's the time to play and when it's the time not to play. But I say all of that to say this. If you out there and you facing mental health problems, please don't let nobody discourage your road to recovery, all right? Don't let nobody tell you can't do it, because I'm a living example of what could be done in mental health recovery. I've been to a mental hospital, I said 3 times. I've been to Bellevue twice. And if you don't look up Bellevue, you can look up Bellevue Hospital. It's in New York City, the best #1 mental health treatment center in America. So in Bellevue is when I started experiencing Bellevue is actually the place that I almost died when I took the wrong medicine. I was prescribed the wrong medicine, but and my family don't even know that. Don't nobody know I was like this close to death inside there. But now they know. Another thing about Bellevue is like Bellevue was the type of place where it was like a small groups. So like we had like small groups of 10, and then maybe we'll go to therapy and talk about how to deal with our emotions, how to cope with strategies, how to treat people, how to socialize with people we don't know. All these different type of lessons to keep us to pull us back into society and functioning and with normal people. Now, mind you, when I say normal people, don't take it like if you got a mental health problem, you're not normal. You're normal as them. It's just that they don't have the same problem you have, so they're normal thinking people. There's nothing wrong with having a mental health problem, so I'm gonna get that out the way because even the greats or soon to be greats have that. I came from that. So they prescribed me with this medicine. I don't want to be on here too long. It's already like 13 minutes. Y'all getting a lot of mail, baby. A lot of mail because I'm about to get back to my daddy duties and business. And you know me, I'm Paperchasin. But so when I went to Bellevue, that's when I started getting into activities, and I had to stay in Bellevue for like maybe a week and a half before I got out. And trust me, like when you get out of these places, the air smells different. Cause now you recover, you can see the world through a regular lens again. Because these situations are scary, the schizophrenia, the bipolar. But if you running around here in life, right? Pardon me, y'all. If you running around here in life, right, and pardon me, y'all, the camera fell, phone fell, But if you running around in life and you neglecting the problem, it's only going to get worse. And I advise, if you do know that you bipolar, you schizophrenic, you're depressed, you're shutting people out, I do advise that you go right here, contact them ASAP. They take Medicaid, they take vouchers, whatever. Treat your mental health just as important as chasing that bag. See, people want to chase that bag, but if you ain't got no health, you ain't got no wealth. So, like, your health come first, especially your mental health, because, like I said, this is the root of it all, the mind. That's why I'm so in tune with my mind. I put the brain emoji up because I am the brain. Like, I have to be, it has to be like a level-headed person that thinks that, things like that. And you want to get yourself to the perfect health so you can function at the best of your ability. And also, for those people that's in relationships, and you got mental health issues, go handle your issues. Go get to these people like Integrated Life Therapeutic Solutions. Go sort out your mental health crisis, because you don't even know the weight that you're bearing on your partner due to you neglecting your issue. You know what I'm saying? And mental health is a very, very serious issue. Mental health is why people crashing out, shooting up schools. Mental health is why people spazzing out on their lover, people that they love. Mental health is why, kids is grabbing guns, killing their parents. Mental health is all because of the control of the mind. And once you lose your mental health, you lost control of your mind. So you wanna treat it like you treat everything else that's important to you in your life. And Bellevue, and only these places did teach me things. But I would say it's a very dark time for me. It looked at grim. Like it looked at like it was no type of because when you first dealing with mental health, you're gonna be in denial. You're gonna tell yourself, well, I'm just as normal as everybody else. I'm just as this is just as that. I'm a firm believer of God give people special gifts for a reason. He has a purpose behind it. So, I always thought that God gave me He gave everybody a special purpose, right? But I felt like He gave me a special purpose too. And I felt like I'm on the road to part of my purpose, doing what I'm doing now, explaining to y'all my vulnerabilities. So you won't feel so bad about having yours. And you'll be able to go and say, well, yo, look, Mel got a company, he got businesses, and he still accepted the challenge of dealing with his mental health. And I want to tell y'all something, right? It's like at the end of the tunnel, too, with this mental health thing. Because you come out way smarter, way more effective, way more conscious about your decisions, your actions. When I came out, these are the results that I came out with. Stronger, fit. Because they do have gyms in some of these places and places where you can recuperate. I think for Baltimore City, I think we really need to attend to our mental health and stop putting so much in your brain. Stop putting the liquor pouring every week and every day. You tormenting your brain. You tormenting your own mental health. I'm almost 2 years without liquor, without alcohol, period. I feel great. My body's forming like tight. I like it. I love it. You know what I mean? I'm getting back to beer. I'm getting back to husky beer. I like that. But real talk, y'all, man. If you got mental health problems, don't be ashamed, man. Because I'm not. Because look at me now. And I want to tell y'all something else that's beautiful too. So remember I told you I was taking medication. They diagnosed me or whatever when I was in Bellevue and all these other places. Let me tell y'all something, man. Just a little secret between you and me. Ever since recovery, I ain't taken medication since 2019. And I feel fine. So what that tell you about more? Take care of that. And before I end this video, which is like 18 minutes long, I did not plan for this to be this long. I want to say special thanks again to Miss Candy, Miss Khadijah. Beauty and brains in one place. You can't ask for nothing less, right? And now she got beauty, brains, and a purpose, an important purpose to fulfill, to connect to y'all. So if you ain't support Integrated Life Therapeutic Solutions ASAP. Go follow them. Go get that shirt. And I'm going to show y'all a little few other things before I close this out. I got this Integrated Life Therapeutic Solutions sanitizer to go travel with. Make sure my hygiene, because I'm a hygiene stylish dude, so I like to smell good. Rub the hands. Baby, come here. And then, I got the, I got the shea body oil too. I gotta keep it hot. I gotta keep the skin flawless. But, the last thing I'm gonna show y'all that I got, that's not even the last thing, I'm bugging. I got this little notebook that I could use as a journal to pencil out my mental health things. Get on it. And last but not least, I got this travel bag. Miss Candy hooked me up, man. And yo, and I'm gonna tell y'all a secret, y'all. Cause I gotta say it, y'all. So I gave her a hug, right? We had a beautiful meet and greet. Not that long, real brief. Beautiful outside in, from what I see. When I gave her a hug, man, you know, a woman's scent is something else, man. Cause like, she smelled like her name, man, Candy. Like, she sprayed some candy cane perfume on. She was ready. She came ready with the gifts, with the shirt, with the message. It was a lot of love, a lot of respect. A lot of respect goes out to Integrated Life Therapeutic Solutions. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Y'all know Success Cartel gonna be right at the wing. We're gonna be right here. I hope I get all the whole team shirts. You know, and we going up from here. So if y'all ain't follow them now, follow Miss Candy. Make her your sponsor too. You heard? And I'm signing out, yo. This been a little too long, yo. I can't be hanging with y'all like this. I don't even come outside. Yo, but stay tuned for that new fashion, new music, new all of that on the way. Because there's much more of this stuff on the way. Y'all know y'all boy, Paperchasin Mel. Y'all see that S, right? Y'all see this, right? Out. Get your mental health check.